Hi, so I'm going to do the Collision review right now because I'm recording this a lot earlier before Collision even is. Like I said previously, Collision this week was split into two halves. The one half we got at the end of Dynamite last week, making it a 3-hour show, and then we still got the hour that we're getting this for Saturday night, which is why I wanted like a 4-match card Collision. But also, we got to see it live during the tapings in Manchester, so the pictures I'll be using from the event. But also, I'm just going to go over it now while it's in my brain. And I'm going to rewatch it, but I can't really remember much backstage promos. So I think they'll get left out. But main thing is, I'm just going to go over the matches and, talk about them as we do. Our first match tonight was in the Gold League in the Continental Classic. We had Jack Perry, who obviously, again, has been replacing Darby Allin, and he's on 0 points going into this, against Speedball Mike Bailey, who come off, he's on 6 points, a big win against Kevin Knight, his tag team member. So, this match, the atmosphere, I thought this match was really good. I was looking forward to this just in the sense of, I've said it once, I'll say it again, I don't think Jack Perry gets the credit he should for a singles guy. I think he's really good technical wrestler. I think he doesn't get the plaudits that he should, and we all know why. But Speedball, we all know how good Speedball is. The match itself was so fluid. I'm looking forward to watch this one back. But the match was fluid. There's a lot of, reversals. A lot of just sequences where it's so razor thin, and that's what I enjoyed about it. I thought it was really fun just watching it from, being live. So it's more impressive that way. But on TV and stuff, I imagine it's going to be incredible. The big shock was how razor tight the match was. It really went close, but Jack Perry gets the win over Speedball, the match was razor thin. I thought Jack Perry looked better in the match, personally. Jack Perry looked like he belonged in there, which against someone like Speedball makes all the sense in the world. So Speedball loses still on 6 points, but Jack Perry gets his first 3 points of his Continental Classic run, because Darby Allin only got 0 points and, carried over. The main thing that I remember was Jack Perry, after the match, Luchasaurus ran out, and it was Christmas Luchasaurus this time, and he had a sack, and he gave Speedball a present. And then, if you've been on Twitter and stuff, I apologize if you've seen Collision spoilers, I feel terrible if you do. They were throwing toys and giving toys out to the kids. They threw this one plush out to the crowd, and there was a genuine scuffle. It was a fight over a plush. And they turned out to be two indie guys, or one indie wrestler and a esports promoter. Everyone's found their info. I think the indies run is done, so that's kind of on them. But it was wild to see. But it was nice. Jack Perry was over as hell, and I liked it. I think Jack Perry as a babyface is... Everyone knows how good he is as a babyface from the original run with Jurassic Express, but I'm really glad that it's kind of been received well again. I was worried that it wouldn't. Even though I like scapegoat, face is the way to go with Perry, 100%. But he gets his first 3 points in the Continental Classic. Huge deal. Big deal. I'm really happy that it was a great match. So, the next thing that happened, we got Grizzled Young Veterans, which, if you don't know, I'm not a fan of GYV. And that's weird, because we're from where I'm from. GYV entered with Nathan Cruz, and GYV were complaining about what happened with John Moxley, and obviously he's in Manchester, so they're getting heat for being from Liverpool, stuff like that. And then, my glorious Mad King of the Bums, Eddie Kingston comes out, and Eddie Kingston just absolutely whoops their ass. And what was great about it after is, Eddie looked great. It was really nice to see Eddie, and we knew about this because he announced it earlier on the night of the taping, which was great. So, when he done that, and the match was pretty much a squash, Eddie looked solid, you know what I mean? It's a shame that Eddie's just having a squash match on Collision after the title match, but, whatever. And then he, after the match, chases GYV again. GYV are giving him all, giving him shit, and he's saying, get in the ring, and they're the shitbagger, so it made Eddie look even cooler. After the match, as Eddie does, he thanks the crowd individually. I got to give Eddie Kingston a high five. I'm very happy about that. I love Eddie Kingston, so... very happy with that. It's not as good as Dorada, but it's Eddie Kingston, and that's my guy. But yeah, just nice to see Eddie, and good squash match. I've just realised, because I've looked at the match card they've released for Collision's airing, I'm going over the TV, how it was taped, so it might be out of order, because Eddie Kingston's listed to be the first match tonight, but he wasn't. So I'm just going to go over the the order that it was filmed in. Who gives a shit? So after this, we got a big open challenge from Mercedes Moné, who put both her UK belts on the line. Mercedes done an open challenge for both her Rev Pro Undisputed belts on the line, and obviously the infamous Alex Windsor, she answered the call. I had a feeling straight away that Alex was going to defeat Mercedes because of the whole losing the ROH belt, and it's starting to crumble for Mercedes. And British, big pop, makes all the sense in the world. The match was solid, as you expect. Windsor's so over, obviously in the UK, but she's so over. And the match between the Mercedes and Alex Windsor have had a few matches with each other now, so I kind of know what I'm expecting. And it wasn't their best match, I will never say that, but it's just a good mix of styles. Alex Windsor's a very strong style, and Mercedes just an all-round all-timer. So, it's what you expect in a way. It was a solid match. The crowd carried it. The crowd was all behind Alex, and that's what you wanted. Alex got the win, which is huge. So Alex has made Mercedes drop 2 more belts, and the moment was great. A kid come out. People were expecting Ospreay. I weren't expecting Ospreay. It's come out that he was backstage, but I just didn't think he'd come out. But it was really good moment, and Mercedes looked absolutely bewildered. But the match was fine. It wasn't a bad match. It's just the crowd elevates the match so much this time. It's such an elevation of the match, and it's not like Hangman and Mox level where it's a need. It was just one of those. It was a special moment, and they struck while the iron was hot, and I'm really happy they did. I was really happy to be part of that moment. Again, it was a great moment with the kid. Honestly, she was you could see how thrilled she was. It's a big moment. It's a big deal. Obviously, it favours Mercedes plot. It gives the Rev Pro belts, which is the whole point of the belt collector stuff with Mercedes, to give them a bit more limelight. But then also, just that moment to have Alex Windsor with 2 belts in the UK of a big indie promotion like Rev Pro, and a son come out. I love it. I love all that. I think that's great. And it's obviously interesting to where we go with Mercedes, but it was just a nice moment. The match itself, solid, but to be honest, the more I can remember, it was about the moment, and that's all. That's what it's all about, isn't it? It was great. The crowd loved it. Everyone loved it. So no complaints from me. And more Mercedes insanity will probably continue, and that's good from me. So our last match of the night is in the Continental Classic in the Gold League 2. It is Kazuchika Okada versus Kevin Knight. This match fucked. I love this match. I loved it. It's one of my favourite matches. Kevin Knight improves every match he has in the C2, and just a general in this point. And Okada's Okada. Okada's so good. The match itself, it was just... I think personally with Okada, he sets up... The thing is with Okada, he's so good at choreographing and setting stuff up where it's not blatant. It's not for instance, not trying to dishearten it, but look at WWE. Roman Reigns, when he does his thing, he goes, ooh, it's a whole thing. It's huge. It takes about 20 seconds for it to, pursue what's happening. But with Okada, he sets it all up. Obviously, the Rainmaker's the one that takes time, but, his moves, not that it's all scripted. Obviously, it's scripted, but you know what I mean? It's not okay, do this, do this, do this. It's just Okada has a way to make everything flow, but you know what's coming next. It's weird. I don't know if I can't really convey it. But with Kevin Knight, because he's so agile and so quick, and the air that Kevin Knight gets, God, what a wrestler. What a wrestler. Honestly, if this Continental Classic has done anything, it's proved that Kevin Knight is the now. Same with Kyle Fletcher, but really with Kevin Knight. And the match was excellent. Really was. I thought the ending... So Kevin Knight goes for the coast to coast. And I love Kevin Knight's coast to coast. I've made that very clear. Goes for the coast to coast. And it's after that point, it kind of just becomes a squabble of, what way to go. It was very teetering on each end. And Kevin Knight gets the win. Kevin Knight gets the win over Kazuchika Okada. That is huge. I remember saying that as soon as it happened. That is insane. Insanely big deal. So, Kevin Knight now, the Gold League at this point is a 5-way tie. You got Kyle Fletcher on 6. Kazuchika Okada still on 6. Speedball on 6. Kevin Knight on 6. And Pac on 6. It's insane how good the Continental Classic has been. It's been phenomenal. And I thought the Gold League would be less entertaining than the Blue League. They've both been equally as exciting, which kind of expected. But a 5-way tie. The call to give Kevin Knight the win over Okada is incredible. Incredible. I loved it. You've seen Speedball ran out after the win. Okada looked a bit bewildered, obviously. But then after it, Kevin Knight, Tony runs out and gives Kevin Knight, a lift of the arms. Kevin Knight clearly wasn't expecting it. I was so happy. I really enjoyed this. And as a match, again, I'm not going into too descriptive detail with the matches this time around because it's kind of hard to recall bit by bit, and that's kind of on me. I should have waited really till the TV taping comes out, but I've seen it. You know what I mean? It's hard to retain my interest if I've already seen it, like, so recently. So, and I remember the match as a result and stuff. The match was good. This is, again, Kevin Knight. Again, I'm recording this a lot before Collision actually happens. So, I would be baffled if this isn't, like, one of the biggest takeaways from tonight. The Windsor thing will be, but this was such a good match. So good. And, again, 5-way tie on the Gold League. That's nuts. Nuts. So that was Collision this week. Only an hour, which, not a problem because we got the earlier hour in the Dynamite this week. So I thought Collision was great. I thought how they split it. I'm going from when they started Cassidy and Dorada. So that's what I consider Collision. But even just this hour, Eddie Kingston, never going to complain. The Mercedes moment with Windsor is excellent. I loved that. Kevin Knight versus Okada was excellent too. And so was Jack Perry versus People. It's a good short card. And honestly, I'm not against this. I'm not against if they do more split a Collision into 1 hour, more digestible. Because I feel like don't get me wrong, the more Collision, more AEW, the better in my opinion. But I love how this, like in its own little separated bit, is because it's a constant stream in a way. It's hard to describe, but the matches were good, really good in fact. Again, I'm just baffled by Kevin Knight versus Okada. I didn't expect to see that night, and I love that I got to see it. Really fun, really good match, really fun, everything about it. Kevin Knight again is the now. So what did you think of Collision? Again, I'm recording this a long time, like probably 12 hours before Collision? Not even 12 hours. It's like 2 o'clock now. So Collision is at 7, 8 over here. So 6 hours ahead. So I'm recording it a while away. What did you think of Collision? What was your opinion? How good was the Okada Kevin Knight match? Because I'm telling you guys, insane.